Good evening, disc golfers. Welcome to the 19th hole. I'm your host, Eddie Wooters. Alongside me, Mike Dunn. Mike, how you feeling tonight?
Feeling fantastic, Eddie.
We have a great show tonight. Thank you to everyone that tuned in to our first episode last week. We got a special guest this week, Joe Revere. We're excited about talking about some of the tournaments coming up this week, right?
Oh, man, and I'm excited about talking to Joe Revere.
Joe Revere. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be live with us on the phone, guys, so stick around. Let's just jump right into it, Mike. Talk about what's on the green. Let's talk about what's happening local. First thing I want to talk about is the Winter Fling, the fundraiser for the Spring Fling this year. What do you think, buddy? Down at Bird's Nest?
The Winter Fling. I mean, wasn't that the Spring Fling?
Well, you know, they're trying to raise some money for this one, Mike. The Spring Fling is actually one of the best tournaments here in Colorado. It's run by the Mile High Club up north in Denver. Kyle Harrigan is the TD this year. It's going to be a great tournament. The Winter Fling now, not to be confused, is at Bird's Nest this year. It's a fundraiser with all the proceeds going right back to the Spring Fling. It's going to be an awesome event. That event takes place on the 11th of March, this Saturday coming up. So if you aren't signed up for that and you're an AM, get signed up for that. Also, there's a pro day on Sunday, the 12th, which we have a tournament the same weekend, actually, the Steel City Shootout. Now, we alternated. No, there's not 2 days for the Winter Fling. Actually, that's correct. There's 1 day, and it's pros and AMs. Correct. The Steel City is 2 days. AMs on Sunday, the pros on Saturday. So it's going to be a fun weekend. We're going to have a lot to report about next week, that's for sure.
That's a big weekend of disc golf in Colorado, man. Back-to-back, 2 tournaments. I mean, people are going to be playing disc golf. It's going to be amazing. Kyle Harrington is putting on that tournament.
Yeah, he runs an amazing tournament every time he gets his hands on one. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out for him. Plus, with him running the Spring Fling, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be good for Kyle. I know he's got his hands full. So, Kyle, if you need anything, you're watching this, or if you can hear about it later. If you need anything, reach out to myself, reach out to Mike, reach out to us both. We'd be more than happy to help out with either or both events. Let us know.
It's going to be exciting. I know people are looking forward to playing Steel City. I know that's going to be exciting. So, tell us about it.
Well, yeah. It's going to be pretty straightforward. The course is set up. We played it last week. We had Throw Colorado first tags. We'll get to that a little later. But the course is ready, and it looks really good. The weather looks pretty good too, Mike. So I'm probably going to put down a lot of paint on the course. You know, put in some more OBs. Not that it needs a lot, but I have a couple safety concerns when I get down to Pueblo and hole 1, hole 9. For instance, I always like to try and separate those fairways up a little bit and keep the players separated. So, but anyway, yeah, the course is looking really good, man. We're ready to go on this tournament. It's filled up. Weather looks great. Got our sponsors lined up. It's going to be a great time.
I'm excited, man. I think people are really going to have a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. So we did play first tags. Throw Colorado coming out of the gate late in March with their first tags. The tags were amazing. Everybody accepted them well. They have, like you saw last week, the pictures of our players on them. Really cool, man. We had nearly 40 players show up in Pueblo to play the course layout for the tournament. So, again, successful first tags for Throw Colorado. We're happy, man.
That's amazing.
So, I think we're going to take a commercial break right now. We'll be right back after this brief commercial break.
Hey, did you know that Fly Green Disc Golf is Colorado's largest disc golf superstore? And with over 15,000 discs, 500 bags, straps, and just about everything to supply every disc golfer with everything they need, you could come down here Monday through Saturday and get just about everything you need at the lowest prices. So come down and get everything you need now. 303-754-DISC. 303-754-DISC. Come on down.
And now on to the segment we like to call the Long Drive, our world news. Let's go over the memorial. Oh,
yeah, man, the
dude,
memorial.
A lot of stuff going on at the memorial.
That was amazing.
Well, let's start off with Ricky's cards. He got stroked for not adding his cards up right.
I tell you what, That will never happen again.
Let's hope
That
not.
will
But
never.
it happens to everybody. You know, you have to go, you have to check your card. You have to check it twice, 3 times, 4 times a lady. You have to keep checking your card because it happens. You get frustrated, you're thinking about bogeys, you miss a couple strokes here and there on your card, adding it up. Next thing you know, you go from, first, second place down to 5th. Not good.
You could just get caught up. You're playing your game. You're focused on your shots, and that's the last thing is the bookkeeping. You're
That's the
not
most
thinking
important.
about the bookkeeping, but yet in a tournament, the bookkeeping is what you have to focus on because at the end of the day, the extra strokes get added on if you're not taking the right attention to keep score.
Yeah, it's the most important part of the game. People
So-
think the putting is, but really it's the simple math at the end of the round.
He took that 2-stroke penalty, and boy, that really cost him.
Yeah, but like you said, it'll never happen again. Ricky was focused.
Yeah, and then we had some really upsetting news. Steve Rico, he had to withdraw on the 3rd round.
He shot 2 really hot rounds too. Mike. He would found himself on the chase card when
He was on fire. I really like Steve.
I do too.
His dad was in the hospital. I'm not sure exactly what had happened, but it was
Heart attack or something.
yeah, it was really unfortunate. So,
So our thoughts go out to you, Steve. Hope your dad's okay.
Our prayers are with you,
Absolutely,
and your
brother.
family. You know how the disc
real,
golf community is. I'm sure everybody's thinking of you and your family, and that sucks.
Absolutely. Let's
So,
Simon's Mando shot.
hole number 5.
Did you see the video?
That was good.
Who hasn't actually
Gosh,
seen the video?
yeah.
Well, video evidence is
We haven't gotten to that point yet, but I wish soon enough we will, where we could say, take a look.
Yeah,
Take a look.
yeah.
And let's take a look real
Official
quick.
review.
And we could watch Eddie.
You can see that Simon
on the-
clearly made it on the inside of the Firebird.
Gosh.
That was definitely a safe
so
throw.
close there, but
You know what? I'm not to say. I looked at the video a few times, Mike, and I am undecided on the decision. And the bottom line is this: if the card had thought he missed it or whatever it is, you got to call it at the time, and that's the bottom line. That's exactly
that's
what it
how
comes
it
down
works.
to. And actually, a good friend of mine, Bryce Oppenheimer, brought up a really great point about if a Mando is questionable, don't use that as a Mando. If a tree is questionable, then why are you using that tree? Put something else in there and make it more defined.
I think that's
Something to think
that's a
about.
great point. I mean, and especially in a big tournament like that.
Yeah. I ran into it on small C and B tours.
They should be
so.
very clear. All Mandos should always be clear in any tournament, actually.
Absolutely.
And very well marked so that everyone should be able to know exactly where they're throwing.
So in the last 7 years, can you guess who's won the Memorial 5 times?
Yes,
Who?
Paul Macbeth.
You're right. No surprise, right? That wasn't a hard one. Paul Macbeth, 5 wins in the last 7 years. Very good.
The guy is amazing, and a lot of people had already started to count him out, and it's not time to count him out yet. He's still incredible.
3 majors in?
4. 4-time world champion.
Yeah, we're only 3 in the year.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, I'm saying count him out, like, because it's Wysocki's time now, Eagles coming in, so many other players stepping up into their game, but he's still going to do some amazing stuff.
Absolutely.
And he's still got a ton of energy, ton of drive. Watch him work. He's one of those guys, we've all seen him from so many rounds behind, come back and have these incredible finishing rounds from 6, 7, 8 shots down and finishing wins. So we love him, we hate him, we love him again. It's just fun to watch him play. So
This isn't, I don't think this sport is like a lot of other sports in a lot of different ways, but I think that this isn't going to be a one-person dominated sport. We're going to see a lot of different champions. A lot of people are going to win a lot of tournaments at different times of the year. That's all there is to it. You go different parts of the country, people play those courses a little bit better. I don't think any one person's going to come in and just dominate the year.
That's what makes it more fun.
Absolutely.
It makes it more fun. Now we just want to see Eagle win one. Come on, baby. Let's go,
He'll
Eagle.
get it. He'll get it there, guaranteed. Let's see. We've got Paige. She's won every major of the year, and I'm not going to try to quote the young lady, but I believe she said something like she feels like she cannot lose.
Go, girl.
Wow.
And
I love her. Love you, Paige.
Paige,
you're doing awesome. Great job.
I am making a verbal request that you please come to Fly Green for another visit when you come to town.
Maybe we can have you on the show while you're in town.
We would love you to do that. That would be amazing. So I'm reaching out to you right here on the show.
That's the pity face. Come on, Paige. It'll work, right?
Please.
All right. So I want to talk real quick, Mike, about the Nick Hyde Memorial.
Man, that is such an awesome tournament.
It's getting huge every year.
Yeah.
Every year. There's a lot of Colorado people that are going down to this one, too. So I think Joe Revere's making the trip down in that fancy van of his. So
It is.
I might try to fit down in the spare tire compartment or something.
Okay, a little hyzer
If I'm
bomb,
not
little
here,
hyzer
you
bomb
know.
action down there.
Absolutely,
Go down
absolutely.
little Matt
So this
Surrey action.
this is a really cool tournament down. It's
Is that the end of March?
Yeah, AM weekend is 25th and 26th of March, and then
Alright.
the 31st through the 2nd, right, of April.
Okay.
Yep, is the pro weekend. It's an A tier. I don't exactly know how much added cash there is, but it's a lot. Matt Siri's done a lot of great things with this tournament. He's selling fundraiser discs, getting added cash left and right. So congratulations to you, Matt. I'd like to maybe talk to you a little bit about that too, just get some more information.
Get yourself
from
a
you.
hyzer bomb bag while you're down there.
I
Those are some
definitely
great
support
bags.
Hyzer Bomb. Millennium, of course. We're not here to advertise, are we, Mike?
No, not unless Matt's paying.
Or unless it's a Fly Green video. Then we can do that.
Yeah, those guys pay us big money.
Top sponsor. So there's it's a multiple location tournament, by the way, Mike. You're not just going down to
No.
Texas, because it is in Texas.
Yeah.
You're not just going to drive down there and play one location. You're playing, I don't know exactly, 3, maybe 4 courses for this tournament. So really, again, I'm not sure if there's spots left. If there are, get it filled up. Let's help Matt out down there. A lot of Colorado people, like I said, are already heading down to this thing, so it'll be
It's
really
gonna be
fun.
a lot of fun.
Let's go to, I love this segment. It's the Upshot with Mike.
I love it. Let's do it. You know what? With so much action going on, and one of the best-selling discs on the market, the Nova Shrike, I thought, let's talk about it. Whoa!
Whoa!
We haven't even gotten to that segment yet, but I guess we're going to get there too. The word of the day, the word of the week,
What is it again, Mike?
Shrike.
That's right.
Of course, you know what that means. When you say that word here at Fly Green, you get 10% off in the store.
10%.
That's right, 10% off anytime you say Shrike. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So let's talk about it. We got some Shrikes here. Holy cow. That's pretty fun.
Let's be careful with that word, Mike.
So, you know, Nova's come out with
The new disc.
that new disc. Very careful here.
These are awesome.
Now you can get it in G-Star, you can get it in Star, and you can get it in Champion. High-speed distance driver. This thing is crazy popular. It's like a turn on steroids. It's 13, 6, negative 2, 2. And so for anybody, you know what's going on, that's your speed, glide, turn, fade. 13 speed is obviously super high speed. Mega glide with your your glide. Your turn, negative 2, and then a 2 fade. A really fat rim on this baby. These are just beautiful in the Star plastic. If you like the G-Star, it's going to give you some extra flex. And then they just came out this past week in the Champion. I noticed on the Champion it's a negative 1, 2 versus a negative 2, 2, which is going to make these a little bit more stable.
Still feels good, though, doesn't it,
They
Mike?
feel amazing if you like the Champion plastic, and most likely you're going to probably like these Champion to be a little bit more stable because the guys with the big guns that are throwing the big arms are going to probably more likely be able to throw these without having to hyzer them so much. But you know, very predictable finish with your fade on these. And you're going to get your nice big flex lines with a hyzer on it so you can get it to flex out and still come back. I mean, these things just glide forever.
Nice.
I cannot keep these in the shop.
That's pretty.
Here at Fly Green Disc Golf at 9910 East Castilla Avenue, 303-754 disc. What?
What? Oh, are we back to work?
No, yeah, so these things are absolute. You know, can we take a call? Has anyone
should.
thrown these
We should.
things? We should probably take a call. That's a great idea. If we can get a caller on the phone that's thrown this Shrike and tell us what they think about it, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Anybody thrown this? Give us a call, 303-754-DISC, and let's talk about it. But
We got it in-house. Did you just raise your hand, Jason?
yeah,
I have thrown the Shrike. It's amazing.
Nice.
Probably
That's-
added 50 feet further than I can throw my destroyers.
This is Jason Getz, you guys. Jason Getz is in-house in the audience with us today, and I'm going to try not to slaughter this information, but Jason is one heck of a photographer. He takes some amazing pictures, and he has pictures that are going to be in the Anova catalog.
got a
correct?
call coming
Calendar
in.
catalog.
Let's see what we got
Page
here.
12 and 13, I believe.
Thanks for calling the 19th hole. Who we talking to?
Oh, this is Ben Fairley.
Hey, Ben,
Ah,
thanks
what
for
up, Ben?
calling. Do you throw the Shrike?
Bobby here has thrown the strike, and he really wants to tell you about it.
Okay, just one sec. We got another call coming in. Thanks for calling the 19th hole. Who we talking to?
You hung up on everybody, Mike.
Okay, Squabby, are you there?
Yo.
Ben and Squabby, are you there?
A little camera shy.
Oh, hey, so you throw the Shrike. What can you tell us about it?
Well, I tell you what, branch on that thing, and it's going to hold that turn and the glide, or the turn and the fade. It's really a dependable disc, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, and so are you throwing it north of 300 feet?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can really wrench on it. I mean, you can pull as hard as you can. Even if you give it a good ante, you can, it'll hold that ante pretty far.
Okay, so what kind of shots are you using this for?
Oh, just long distance. Open. If you're throwing with trees, you know, you can factor that in, but really if you want to get a good distance shot, it's a good disc for that.
Awesome, awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it, Ben.
Love you guys. You look great.
I appreciate it. Take care.
Try.
Hey, well, if anybody else wants to call in, give us a call tonight. But anyway, man, this disc has been one of the most popular and most reliable and predictable discs that Anova's made in a long time. Oh, we got another call. Let's see who's calling. Thanks for calling the 19th hole. Who we talking to?
Chris Thomas, how's it going?
Hey, Chris. Thanks for calling. You throwing the Shrike right now?
Absolutely.
Well,
Nice.
tell us about it.
Well, it's a great new disc. It flies really far from it, 500 feet is not uncommon.
Man, that's amazing. So, I mean, has this become like your go-to driver?
No, I would say that. It's pretty touchy when it comes to windy conditions. I like to break it out when there's a nice tailwind.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you turn this over?
Yeah, you know what? If I really lay into it, or if I try to anhyze it a little too much, if there's a little wind, it can turn off. But if I got a tailwind, or if it's calm conditions, I can just throw it flat, give it a good pump, and it'll have a nice flex to it and fly really far. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and how about the fade?
The fade, no, it doesn't fade super strong, but
It's pretty predictable, though, huh?
yeah. So I tend to lean on the Colossus a little
Well, Chris has got an arm, you know, it's a little bit bigger than most of us, too.
Right. Cool, man. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
Chris.
Right on. Have a good one.
That's Chris from Three Rivers Disc Golf Club up north.
Cool. Well, there's a pretty good idea of what the Shrike's going to do for you. And, you know, if you don't throw a big arm like that, you can still throw this thing, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You can still throw it even if you throw 300 feet, and it'll still give you a pretty
The
good
same.
throw.
Yeah.
And Innova built it so that it can throw for a multitude of throwers. So, you know, pick one up, go out and give it a throw, and I think you'd be surprised. It'll add an extra 53 feet to a lot of people's arm.
Well, I think that about does it for the upshot with Mike, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get over and talk about some tags. Let's talk about the fly green tags. What's your schedule this week, Mike?
Well, you know,
Or this year, actually.
yeah,
You've got it ready,
we're
right?
breaking out our tags on Wednesday next week, right, as the time change
Time
happens.
change. Yep, that's what most people are doing, waiting for the time change to take place. Do you
Yeah.
have an idea of where you're going to be playing?
We got it, man. We got Mike Bonner stepped up for us this year. He's kind of a computer guy. He just
Yep.
updated our whole fly green tags page. Looks amazing.
Very cool.
He also stepped up and took over the Monday tags at Farringer for us. So our schedule
course.
looks like this. We're playing Farringer on Mondays. We're playing a casual round on Tuesday at Center Hills. And then Wednesdays, we're playing like we always have at Village Green. Thursday, now we're playing up at Adams Hollows.
Adams
Thank you
Hollow.
very much.
Yep.
Fridays, we're playing over here at Lighthouse. Saturdays, we're going to be playing a casual round at Dry Dock. And then Sundays will always be our traveling round.
Boom. That's a pretty full schedule.
Yeah, so we got a full 7 days going on.
Plenty of options for golf this summer.
Yeah, and so far we sold about 80 of our 300 tags in the
Nice.
first week. So,
Very nice. Good job.
yeah, they're going pretty quick.
Very sweet. But we don't have our tag schedule completely confirmed, but we're going to have a Sunday traveling tags match with a traveling ace pot. We started that one in Pueblo this past week. Next Sunday, actually this coming Sunday during the Steel City, because not everybody's playing the Steel City, so we're going to go ahead and let that traveling ace pot play up at Village Greens with Scott O'Brien, and then Scott will be doing Village Green tags on Thursdays. Chance is going to step up and do Expo Mondays, and then I'm going to do a couple tag matches down south, and that'll be our schedule for the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, a lot of golf going around. We'll get you the rest of the schedules, guys, for Mile High and the Dragons Club and Foothill Flyers and Three Rivers and Hellfire and, should I say Pikes Peak?
There's
Pikes
a couple
Peak
others,
and
yeah. They were
holy
still,
moly.
everyone was still getting everything
Boulder.
together. So we'll have
There's
everybody's
Boulder,
together
yeah,
by
there's-
next week.
Yeah.
You know what?
We got a
Let's
caller.
just take it. Let's see what it is. 19th hole. Who are we talking to?
This is Doug Jerkus. How are you doing, Mike?
Well,
Doug
oh my
Bierkes.
gosh! You know what? What an honor and
Wow.
a Doug.
I heard you guys talking about tags. You got traveling tag matches. And, you know, you got to bring that out to Emporia, Kansas.
Woo.
Wow. I tell you what, everybody, this is a real honor. We have a true legend on the phone with us right now.
we might go over an hour tonight, Mike.
Yeah,
you know what? I really
mean,
don't care. This is going to be a good.
This
good
was
night.
not predicted, scheduled at all. But we have a real legend on the phone with us right now, callers and viewers. This is the one and the only Doug Bierkes. That's right. He is probably the master of tournaments.
Absolutely.
I mean, there is no one in the world who could put together a better tournament than this guy.
Absolutely not.
Truly the best tournament director in the world, and really one of the best guys I've ever met, and a kick-ass disc golfer in his own right, his whole family. So how you doing?
I don't know if all of that's true.
How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing good. I heard you talking about this disc, and I was on my phone and I saw Facebook Live, and, Eddie was live, and I thought, man, I got to check this out. So I was listening. It sounded pretty cool, and then you guys started talking about pretty much every shot I ever throw where I shriek. Is that what you guys were talking about earlier? Shriek?
It wasn't directed at you, Doug.
But no, I just wanted to give you guys both a shout out for, I miss Colorado. I miss Colorado disc golf. I've been talking to Ray Woodruff a little bit lately. I know he's ramping up for the RMWDGC, which I know is going to be just a blast this summer. And
are you gonna be able to? Are you coming back this year?
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but kudos to what you're doing, and miss you guys big time.
Are you coming back anytime soon, Doug?
I believe I am. We're actually my son Hunter, who some people know, is actually coming out to Emporia in a couple weeks to play the Monkey Island Open. But
Nice.
We're going to try to get back and see him here in the next few months, and we'll definitely be in Denver. I'm guessing 2 or 3 times in the next 3 or 4 months.
Well, let us know when you're around, Doug. We'd love to have you down at the shop, maybe on the show. We'll talk to you. I always love picking your brain.
Oh, absolutely.
And I like to pick your nose.
Yeah, the baseball, though, there's a little tournament we're running out in Emporia called the Glass One Open that we'll need to take care of first.
What is that? That's just, what do you guys got?
Free time on my hands.
What's that tournament called?
It's a glass blow. I think it's a C tier, like 90 players. He's blowing it out of proportion.
Let me know about that thing, Doug. Maybe we can talk about it. So I've never heard about it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we can throw you a care package or
It's a
something.
cool little event in a small town in Kansas.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we can promote it or something. Get a couple people to show up.
I can draw up a banner or something. For
Yeah,
you,
if you got a logo or something, Doug.
something.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Okay, so we're gonna help Doug with some new tournament he's got called the Glass Blown or something. I don't know.
We always get ourselves in.
We'll do something to help you out, Doug.
Hey, you guys are awesome. Hey, I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing. Just a little trivia here, though. The glass balls that we give to the first place winners in all of our divisions are actually blown there in Colorado. So I don't know exactly where the glass blower is located. I'll have to find that out.
No surprise there.
Kind
No
of cool
surprise
connection to the
at
tournament.
all.
Colorado is part of the GBO.
Very nice. Well, Doug, we love you, brother. We miss you very much.
Man,
Tell
we
the
miss
family
you,
we said
Doug.
hello.
We miss your whole damn family, every one of you.
Yep, when you have Joe Revere on, I see he signed up to play Masters, I believe, at the GBO. That's going to be exciting. I like his chances.
You give your wife Noemi a big hug for me.
I'll do it. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, Doug.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move into talking about Joe Revere. Should I give him a call?
Yeah, let's get him on.
I'm one of those
board.
guys, I've got, just, like phone numbers, people
Yeah.
just give
Well,
them to
then,
me.
can we get Macbeth on the horn after that?
He doesn't like to be called after 8 o'clock, and it's 8:30, Mike, so I probably shouldn't call
okay.
Paul.
Well, while he's doing that, I could do another frivolous advertisement. The Rock 3 by Innova is a fantastic mid-range and approach disc. Well, overstable, it is still able to be thrown.
Hello, Eddie Wooders.
Mr. Joe Revere, how are you, sir?
Fantastic. How are you?
Thank you for answering so quickly. That commercial break was killing me.
Joe Revere, how are you, my man?
Fantastic. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks so much for taking your time out tonight to talk with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, you should be ashamed of yourselves. But who we have on the phone right now, Mr. Joe Revere. My man crush, my favorite, team member, all around, great guy. This guy is awesome. Great family man, great disc golfer. He's a teacher, and he rebuilt some van and turned it into like this awesome turbo touring mobile.
The thing is sick. 4x4. I don't even.
Awesome.
It's insane.
Yeah, thanks you guys. I appreciate that. I'm excited. This is really cool. I'm so excited you guys are doing this. And I can't believe world famous Doug Bjerkes was just on.
Wow. That made the show pretty hot, didn't it?
Yeah.
That made the show pretty hot. Joe, I want to start out. I mean, we got some big news coming from you tonight. And I promise I have kept it a secret, which is not very easy for me, but I did it for you, buddy. I didn't tell anybody. But before we get to that, let's talk about this van. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like the van.
Yeah, the van's great. You know, it's actually a 2006. I wish I could afford a nice new van, but I got a 2006, and I found it on Craigslist, and I got a really smoking deal on it. And I don't know how many hours, maybe 100 hours so far I've put into working on that thing. And,
It's got
it's gonna be a
solar and
project
generators.
that I'll
and-
never stop working on.
Yeah, you got all kinds of stuff in there. You can make cappuccinos and all kinds of stuff, right?
Oh, man. Yeah, the tournament directors are going to be loving it when they're having a nice warm place to hang out when we're out playing.
Bribery
We
never
need to
hurts.
wrap that thing like, Team Revere or something.
Yeah, the 19th
Grip,
hole.
yeah, Grip is gonna do
No?
something for me.
Are they?
Having Sean Stover do some. He does. I don't know if a lot of people know he does decals too.
He does. Man,
But
Stover's another one of
we
those
get to see
guys
some
that's
of his
just
work coming up.
all around can do about everything.
Yeah.
But seriously, I mean, there's a lot of joking going on in here, but the 19th hole would look really good on the side of that thing. Just
Ooh.
saying.
That would look good.
Yeah, you throw Colorado would look really good on the side of it too.
Woohoo! You made me blush there. You made me blush.
We couldn't see it because he wears sunglasses.
It's because I'm a welder, Mike. I weld. My eyes are sensitive. What you guys
You guys, I
laughing at
gotta
out
say,
there?
you've been cracking me up all night. You guys are hilarious.
Joe, you're going down to the Nick Hyde Memorial, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going down playing Masters. It's going to be my first time, actually, I think, playing in a tournament in Texas.
Wow. So, how have you prepared for this tournament in Texas, being in Colorado?
How am I going to prepare?
How have you prepared for it? Because it's coming up quick.
It's coming up quick. Pueblo's this week. Obviously, you're putting that tournament on. Pueblo's this weekend, and then the following weekend, I've got a tournament up in Fort Collins. The St. Patty's Day Meltdown is that
Yep.
weekend, and then actually I have spring break, so thank goodness, because I'm busy. I'm coaching robotics as well after school. My wife works, so I've got a lot of work to do to get my
Yeah.
kids. So
And you
Work
just
on the
happen
band
to
and
find
try to practice.
find time to be a 1,000 rated player. It's just
Yeah.
it's incredible. I just happen to have time to be a 1,000 rated disc
So,
golfer.
so Joe, I mean, when you're playing outside of altitude, how are you changing your game? How are you changing your bag? What are you doing differently to change your mindset? What are you doing to make yourself a different disc golfer when you leave Colorado, when you leave a Mile High? What are you doing?
Because there is that big argument that discs fly different. So how do you adjust your bag to that?
That's a great question. I don't think people realize that. It's much, much different. Both the air is thicker, so you're going to have more pressure on the disc as it's flying forward. So it's going to cause it to fly more understable. And everything is going to go that way, including your putts. You would think, it's not going to be affected very much, but you're going to find more float in your putt. So you really have to change your game. I immediately grab a stack of, overstable discs, and I'll pretty much, from Colorado, from high elevation,
Yeah.
I learned how to play at, 9,000 feet. So, I got used to really cranking discs over. And they just can't do that when you go in low elevation. So you have to go really overstable plastic. And I actually start throwing from a flex shot to a hyzer flip.
Okay.
The discs just naturally will do that themselves, but, I'll be rolling stuff over. I can roll destroyers at low elevation. Not much of a problem. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
the
crazy.
big thing for me is the moisture, the humidity in the air. I've got sweaty hands, so I use a bag of dirt. And if you
Sweet.
don't know, if nobody knows about the secret bag of dirt,
The secret
that is
bag.
the ultimate secret.
All right. Well, don't reveal too many secrets. I'm pulling for you.
Are
in
you
that
using
tournament.
one of those Innova bags that everyone has now? The hot new bags.
No, I'm using grip. I use grip bag, and then I use an old chalk bag that I use from my rock climbing days.
Nice.
I'm not giving all my secrets out. I'm not telling you where the best dirt is.
You got to have a good bag of dirt.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I have some dirt for sale too. For anybody that
I
needs
got
it.
you.
speaking of not letting too much out of the bag, Joe, I can't take it anymore. Let's talk about it. You ready?
Yeah, let's let it out of the bag.
Yeah, so there's a new company called Savage, and it's spelled S-A-V-A-G-E, but the V is a Roman numeral 7. So it's awesome. It's called, if you look it up, it's Savage Ultimate or Savage Apparel. They're running a deal with Innova right now. This year they're going to team up with them. They're doing, they do like embroidery. If you look at them, they're like a professionally done kind of looking outfit. They've got everything, shirts and pants, and they do a lot of different team sports for lots of different companies. But this is their first crack at disc golf. So Avery Jenkins is also going to be working with those guys. So you're going to start to see them a lot in tournaments. They're going to start to do holes for me. So when I go to different tournaments, they will sponsor a hole. But their deal is it always has to be hole 7. And if anybody aces that hole, they get a green jacket. So they're making a disc golf jacket. It's usually a $160 value. Anybody that aces that hole that they sponsor gets one for free.
Man, I like that.
Isn't that cool? Stepping up. I like it.
I want a green jacket. I will never have one.
They're doing a lot.
Never.
You can see them. They're doing a promotion. But they do professional work. You're going to look at what they do, and it's just really cool. I'm excited because I'm actually going to look somewhat professional, which I think is great. The game's changing, so I'm ready to start dressing a little bit nicer too.
That's so cool.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll recognize you at a tournament if you don't have on your Johnny Roberts long sleeve dry fit.
I love those. That's the best shirt ever made.
I know, dude. I wear mine a lot too. So what do you think the rest of your tournaments look like this year, Joe? After you get done with Nick Hyde, what do you got going on after that?
I got a busy year. After Nick Hyde, so I'm Masters this year. That changes things for me. In terms of, it's in the past I could go and I could usually break even, possibly make some money, or sometimes I am losing money because I have to pay for an airplane ticket, rental car. You end up, and I just can't do that anymore when I've got the kids. They can't come home empty-handed, and my wife has to work as well. So
yeah.
So for me, now that I play Masters, it's a good opportunity to make better money. So with that said, I've got, after Nick Hyde, looking at my schedule here, Outback, when I play a local, I'll play local. I get out of school at the end of May.
Nice. That's Chris Thomas, right?
I am doing glass blown. I'm going to take some time off. I've been saving all my
We heard about that one. That's like a small little tournament in Kansas.
Why are you
isn't
playing that C tier?
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a good one.
No, we're just messing.
Are we?
Yeah, of course. And then
Yeah, there should be at least 100 people at that one, right?
Yeah, probably 120.
What's that?
Nah.
Mike's just messing with you, Joe.
Oh, okay. All right. 303. Then Keith Vest and I are going to go to the Majestic and Silver Cup.
Oh.
Two awesome tournaments that I haven't played at any of those courses, and I just hear these amazing things. So we're going to kind of do a guy's trip and take our bikes and do some single track for a couple weeks. I've got Ledgestone, Tim Slinsky Masters, which I'm excited for. Feldberg's going to be there, and I hope to face him. It'll be really fun.
Yeah, well, you heard it on the 19th hole. Wow.
You heard it, Feldberg. You heard it right here, baby.
Yeah.
I know you're my friend on Facebook.
We've been talking about it for years because we knew we were going to be Masters at the same time.
That's awesome. Well, I'm a master this year too, Joe, so.
I know. We've been talking about that too.
Yeah, so you and Dave, careful what you sign up for because you never know when the Reverend's going to sign up for one and come and take that cash. Oh, wait. No, you guys are in the open, right? Yeah, no, I'm still in the AM division, so you're safe now. But what, Mike? It's my season, man. It's my year.
Woo-woo.
What?
Pack your hot dogs.
Woo! Smashing putts and
Pack your hot
slapping butts.
dogs.
I'm on tour, baby.
How do
Woo!
you guys have this much energy this late at night?
You know what?
Coffee,
You
Joe.
guys haven't been up since 3:30?
I have been up since about 4, Joe. Yeah, I get up about as early as you. I try to live like you, man. I really do. I get up and I throw 1,000 putts before I even take a drink of coffee. Just true story. Then I'll take out the garbage, come in, throw another 1,000 putts. It's ridiculous, but I just.
That's right. Now we're getting somewhere, and that's all before breakfast.
Yeah, practice.
Okay. This is the basket he throws at, Joe.
People give me a hard time a lot, but disc golf does a good job of keeping me in shape. Because I do. I love to go play. I went and played a couple rounds in Pueblo, and I'll throw 10 to 15 drives per hole, and I'll put them all out and play them all out, and it's my zen. When I'm out there by myself and there's nobody around me, I can literally play for hours and hours and hours and never get bored.
Yep, that's very true. And I'll be honest with you, Joe. I haven't been around the disc golf scene in Colorado for a whole long time, since about 2013. But like I said, you've always been one of my favorite pros to watch, and just the adjustments and the changes that you've made really over the last couple of years, man, is amazing. And I see nothing.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Dude, I see nothing but great things happening for you in the future, man. It's going to be awesome, and watching your kids grow up, and I hope that they get into disc golf as well, man. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me, and that's something that'll never. I've always been so passionate. I've always had a chip in my shoulder, ever since I was a little kid. And I've always been passionate. Sometimes that comes out the wrong way. That's something that, we all have our demons. And that's something that I'll battle forever. But I do want the people that I play to enjoy themselves. I do want to see the game grow. So that means a lot to me.
And I can tell, man. I can tell in the way you play now. And I just want you to know, it definitely shows, dude. And it's awesome to watch you bloom, dude. It's going to be amazing things for you in the Masters division until I go pro, and then we're going to have a whole another show on that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
boy.
it's going to change.
Then it's going to change. Well,
Hey,
Joe?
well, before you go, Joe, is if you got anyone want to got a question for Joe real quick, if you got a quick minute, we'll take a call here. We got about another 60 seconds for Joe here before we got to let him go. So if anyone's got a quick call, give us a quick call here. We're talking to Joe here. We got a couple minutes, I guess, before we got to let him go. So
Let me give a shout out. To Grip. They're helping me out this year with maybe some wrap in the van.
Nice.
Their new bag will be coming out. I got to say thanks to Sean Stover at Top Card. He's doing the artwork on my van and my discs, and Savage Ultimate's coming out with a new line of clothes that can help me on tour this year.
yeah, so these are these amazing grip bags.
And it was the greatest disc golf company of all time. So,
Yeah.
well, second next to Joe Colorado.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Right here.
Is this what you're talking about, Joe?
Joe's talking about these amazing grip bags. We sell them right here in the store, and I'll support them 150%. Grip has always been amazing. Anytime we've ever had any problems, which has been never, with their bags, they have a lifetime warranty. These bags are amazing. This is their C15, which is their smaller bag. The quality is incredible, and Joe, not to steal your thunder here, but just to back you up with some free advertising for Grip right here on the show.
Damn.
These bags
That's
are
a good
really.
deal right there.
Hey, you know what? If the guys from Grip are listening, I think what we really need is what this space is missing on this Grip bag, right across here. If you guys can see it, it should say Joe Revere. Just saying.
Maybe if I can win a couple big tournaments, maybe that's something that
Yep.
could potentially happen.
It'll happen, brother. It'll definitely happen.
But also, if Grip, if you would like to do a sponsorship here with the 19th hole, we'd love to do it with you. And Joe, we'd love to all do some kind of three-way sponsorship together. So, for real.
Boom.
That would be amazing, man. It's going to be an awesome year, so I'm all for it.
I guarantee you, we do something special with you guys.
What's that number they can call one more time, Mike?
303-754-DISC. Somebody give us a call and ask Joe a great question. Joe is a genius when it comes to disc golf. He can help you with your throw. He can answer any questions that you have. 303-754-DISC.
Well, I've got a question for Joe.
Joe cannot help you with your throw. I said Joe can help.
This is not even disc golf related. He opened up his conversation with us with that he is a robotics coach as well. How is your robotics team doing, Joe?
Toma arigato, Mr.
Good.
Roboto.
We have-
Toma arigato.
We have 40
Sorry.
kids that have gone out for robotics this year, so that's a lot of kids, and we have 6 different teams amongst all those kids, and one of our kids went to the state championship.
Nice.
Had some malfunctions, but they won a local tournament.
Very cool.
That's badass.
Fun season.
Nice. Very cool. All right, buddy. Well, it appears that everybody's a little too embarrassed to call and ask the great one any questions.
Ask
So,
him if he's ever missed a putt.
You guys
Tristan,
think I appreciate it, man. You guys have a great night, and I like what you're doing.
thanks, Joe. We appreciate it a lot,
Yeah, well,
brother.
give us a call if you want to ask Joe a question, 303-754-DISC. You can ask Joe anything about disc golf you want. We got him on the phone, one of Colorado's best disc golfers. Give us a call. We have him on the phone here. So, Joe,
Bam.
there we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Bam! Hey, this is the 19th hole. Who we talking to? Hey! So we got Joe Revere here on the phone. Bryce, you got a question for him?
Yes, I do. And, Joe, how does one go about getting a big-time sponsor by a disc company?
That's a good question.
That
Joe.
is a great question. Joe, did you hear that question?
I didn't hear the beginning of the question. What did he say?
He said, how does one go about getting a big-time sponsorship, you know, with the disc golf company?
Yeah, I think there are two paths. One being, I think obviously get yourself to 1,000 rated as fast as you can. There's so many kids that are getting good so fast.
Very true.
You know, it's hard. It's hard for the competition piece. But the other part is building your resume through tournament directing, doing clinics, doing tons of side jobs, getting into schools. I think there's two ways to do it. You know, companies are in a business. They want to make money, and the way they make money is through sales. And so they're trying to do that. So unique ways. You see a lot of social media that people are doing right now. Creative new stuff. You see a lot of videos. This exact thing that you guys are doing right now with this radio TV show. Anything new, anything that is going to draw attention and build the sport, grow the sport. You know, that's the one route. Now, you know, the other route is just crushing discs and being really good.
Does throwing 600 feet help at all?
It sure does. Yeah, my God, yeah. You've got to get their attention, and throwing 600 feet is a good way to do it for sure.
It probably doesn't help to play like Joe either. And once we get Joe in his new white pants with his sweet belt and the killer outfit we got planned for him that you and I have been working on,
Yeah.
he's going to stand out.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
I can't wait.
You sound enthused, my friend.
Oh, you might wait.
All right. Well, we appreciate your call,
Yeah,
Bryce.
thanks for the call. That's awesome.
Time, guys.
Awesome.
All right, Joe. We love you, man. We're going to let you get off of here. We're going to continue on with this and get a couple lucky people up here to play our big game tonight.
Yeah, Joe, thank you so much for your time. Maybe in the future we'll actually get you to come down here to our incredible
This is a massive studio.
studio
It's
here.
like surrounded
And,
with lights.
As soon as I get my stuff from Savage, I would love to come down and
Oh,
show,
you
show
know
off a
it.
little
You
bit.
know it. And absolutely, we would love to have
we can
that
do some
happen.
Some sort of live drawing, maybe some random numbers, or maybe ask a question and the winner can get some free stuff. We'll
Yeah,
try to give away some stuff. We'll try to get some people watching, and I'll give away a bunch of discs and stuff.
Nice.
you got it.
I
You
still
got
need
it.
a clinic, Joe. I still need a clinic, man. I need some help.
Well, that's what we're going to make you do. We'll have you come down and do a mini, like 3-4 minute super clinic on something, and we'll go from there. So, everybody online that's watching this right now, can we get some,
Let's
some
get some
thumbs
thumbs.
ups and some
Share
smiles for
share
Joe?
the video. Send the
Everybody,
thumbs.
share
Round of-
this out.
Huh?
Oh, hey,
Hey, yeah.
Too much coffee.
That's a great question.
That's what you guys are.
Joe, we got a real quick question
From
for
Tristan.
you here from one of the audience members. Have you thrown the Innova Shrike yet?
I only threw a G-Star one when they very, very first came out. I think that was a tester I got. But I've got an order coming. I've been messing with the DDX, and I've been messing with a few of those other similar discs, but I haven't had a Shrike yet, but I've heard really good things. And I heard Paul Macbeth throws them, so they've got to be good.
Well, Joe, I also still have those JLSs and Omegas that you were asking me about, so I'll make sure I get those in your bag.
Sounds great.
Cool. Well, thanks again, Joe. We really appreciate your time, buddy.
Have a good night, Joe.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night. Thanks for what you're doing.
Right on.
Thanks, brother.
Joe Revere, everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know what else is awesome? Our new game that we have that we've been playing for years called Putt-To-Rama.
Putt-O-Rama?
Yeah, Putt-O-Rama.
I love when we play Putt-O-Rama.
Head-to-head. Putt-O-Rama.
That's the best game.
I like it.
Is
It's
it time
fun.
for Putt-O-Rama?
It is. It is time for
Putt-O-Rama!
Did somebody hand out raffle tickets? They did. Look at that. Our staff was on top of stuff.
Man, we already got the raffle tickets.
All right, so we're going to draw two because we're going to go head-to-head, Mike.
Holy cow.
You draw one and I'll draw one.
Let's do it.
All right, ready?
Let's do it. I'm going to draw one here. Let's see.
What do you got?
I got it. It ends in 829.
Woo. All right, Mr. Jason Getz. Who's going to take the pictures of the game now, Jason?
Somebody else.
824. Jason and Tristan. This is going to be epic. All right, guys, come with us to the game room.
Okay, I like it.
Putt-O-Rama, Putt-O-Rama, Putt-O-Rama.
Oh, man, look at that.
All right, 10 discs apiece,
Wow.
gentlemen.
Holy ball. This is great.
How many you guys there?
There are 10.
10.
See, we
got-
set up the
we got 6.
back studio here to look like a disc golf store.
That guy out of there. All right. So here we are in our fancy game room. What Putt-O-Rama is, these contestants will have 30 seconds to make as many putts as they can with 10 discs each. Do we have our countdown? All right, gentlemen,
How many seconds we have?
you got 30 seconds. Ready, set, not yet. Hold. Everyone is holding. Getting our timer. Gentlemen, understand the rules?
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go. There we go. There we go. Now we got some makers.
Whoa!
Tristan might make like all of them.
What happens if they run out
Oh!
of discs?
Nice.
Go! Are we empty, gentlemen?
We're empty.
All right.
It looks like we got a winner. Mr. Tristan Lasser.
96. Wow. Congratulations, sir. I have a Sean Dawson Memorial Destroyer for you, Max Weight, sir.
Wow.
All right. Mike, I'd like to say thanks for the commercials today. And everybody watching, get down to Fly Green. Get your disc. This is the place to be. Good things are happening here.
Don't forget to have your pet spayed or neutered.
And we are going to Tuesdays, is that right?
It looks like we are.
Tuesdays. Look for us next week. Tuesday's the new day. That way we can break the news, get it to you first. Much love from the 19th hole. I'm Eddie Wooters with Mike Dunn.
We'll see you next
Have a good night.
Tuesday.
Buy a Shrike.
Woo!